Great. Okay, so well, we're going to have a little focus on our strength exercises through full range of motion for our shoulders, okay, and having a look at how we can build up a little bit of strength to protect our shoulders, set them off into the right position, and also some postural correction exercises for our shoulders. And again, it's so unbelievably powerful when our shoulders sit in the right position. We can stay in better form whilst running and walking, okay. It really allows us to be in a naturally better position, and that's what's fantastic about all these exercises, is we can start practicing them, and then naturally and automatically we unlock our body's ability to be able to move more functionally and move in better form whilst doing other activities without even thinking about it. And that's what I found by practicing these exercises, is that your form just and with other clients, it just improves no matter what you do. So we're going to have a look at a couple of different things, okay. So we're going to have a look at the band pull apart. This is a correctional exercise to really engage the rear deltoids, which are these muscle groups at the back of the shoulders, but also the rhomboids, which pull our shoulder blades back together. And in so many training programs, when we concentrate a lot on press-ups and chest exercises, and also our everyday sitting down, leaning forwards, allowing those shoulders to roll forwards, we need to combat that by doing the reverse, okay, and building that balance into the body. So what I like to use is a loop band, okay, so you can pick these up really nice and cheap, and big band like this is incredibly useful for all sorts of different exercises, so it's worth to have one in your tool box to go for. And here for this first pull band pull apart, get my words out, we're going to grab hold of the band so the palms are facing up and the thumbs are pointing out the way there. To increase the resistance, we have a smaller gap, okay, here. To make the resistance a little bit less, we have a wider gap. I'd probably start off with the red band and around about shoulder width apart to see where you're at, and then if you can't go for the full range of motion, you can just adjust the resistance a little bit there. What you're going to do is we're going to draw ourselves up into a nice good core strength position, okay. So I'll see a lot of people tend to lean back with this exercise to make it easier, and that just puts a little bit of pressure onto the lower back, so don't do that. You're going to bring the hands up to about eye height, or the band is about eye height there, okay. The thumbs are pointing back, and all we're going to do is we're going to stretch the band, pulling them apart and squeezing the shoulder blades in at that point, okay. So I'll just show you quickly from behind. We're into that position, and then we go back and then we squeeze the shoulder blades together there, and then move back into that position, okay. So this is a really good exercise to really get this going, and I want you to go nice and slowly and try to activate that pulling action of that subscapular back of the rhomboids into the back of the deltoids, and this can really help to realign your posture. Posture is really important, and we all think that, oh yeah, just pull the shoulders back and that makes it easier, but we need to have the strength and mobility to be able to just hold ourselves naturally in good form and good position. Now the next exercise is a great exercise by itself, but also if you don't have a band, you can jump straight into this one. If you don't have a band, by the way, you can just practice this exercise without a band and try and get those muscles activated without any resistance until you get yourself hold of a resistant band. So there's no reason why you can't just practice this exercise without a band. Second exercise is just an elevation from that, but we're engaging the lower back and the glutes a little bit more. Here we're going to be lying down, okay, and what we're going to do here is going to have the arms stretched out in front of you. First off, I want you to really concentrate on squeezing the glutes to elevate slightly, okay, so you've got to clench your glutes to hold in that position. Arms straight out in front of you, and then you're going to swoop the arms back, okay, there, and then you're going to come back forward, okay, so we're just swooping back and then coming forward, and we're trying to keep those arms nice and elevated as you do so, okay. So you can do 10 repetitions where the palms are facing forwards, and then we swoop back and the palms are trying to turn up, so I'm trying to turn my thumb up towards the sky at that last point, okay. Once you've done 10 like that, what you're going to do is you're just going to reverse it round. So we'll start down at the bottom and we're going to have the palms facing up right next to the glutes. Okay, we come up and we squeeze the glutes and we squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then we're going to swoop back round, and then this time the thumbs come underneath and point up, and then back round again. So it's just a slight hand change difference. Okay, so the first one, we're coming back that way and the palms are going, or the thumbs are going up towards the sky, and then the second one, thumbs come underneath towards the ground and then lift up to the sky. And that just means that we're working all the way around those shoulders in a great way. Okay, next we're going to have a look at a dumbbell exercise which is really good for the rotator cuff. Okay, so you're going to grab yourself a dumbbell, okay, if you have one. If not, then you're just going to be using a water bottle or anything else you've got. We're going to be sitting down, okay, nice and relaxed, and this is really powerful for the rotator cuff and also rotational force through the shoulder. A lot of the time we can build up strength in the arms, in the biceps and the triceps, and also the chest and the back of the shoulders, but the shoulder muscle groups and the tendons and ligaments which are running through there don't catch up, and we don't focus on this rotational movement. So what we can do with the dumbbell is really help with this, and this has been proven to really rehabilitate shoulders in a massive way. So you're going to sit here, okay, you're going to have your elbow into the top of the knee, and you're going to keep this leg nice and straight. You can also lean this leg up against the wall if you wanted to make sure it stays straight. And basically we're going to grab hold of the dumbbell, and then we're just going to lift straight up into that position, and then control on the way back down, and then lift up, and then control on that way back down. Now this is what, 5 kilos here, so it's relatively light, but this angle you can really feel that working. Start off maybe 1 or 2 kilos and start building 10-12 repetitions, and then you can start overloading and increasing the weight to bring more force through. Okay, never work through pain, so if you're getting a real pain reaction, then obviously miss this exercise out and maybe just do it without any weight at all to begin with. Okay, and that's absolutely fine to begin with, but then you want to be starting to load the exercises up. And like I say, it's an incredibly powerful exercise to rehabilitate the shoulder. If you ever had a rotator cuff tear or any damage through the shoulder, then this is the exercise to really focus on to help you in that position. So I'll show you quickly on the other side. You just put the other leg out, we're grabbing into that position, we grab hold of the dumbbell, we get ourselves upright, nice and firm, and then it's up and rotate round. Very simple, very effective. I've had a rotator cuff exercise injury when I was bench pressing too much weight, and my shoulder popped out, and that was incredibly painful, and this was the exercise which massively helped me fully repair that rotator cuff, so that I was able to move and have good function and strength back into it. Final exercise I want you to have a go at is called the dead hang. This works your grip, okay, for one, which is again a massively overlooked fundamental aspect of human strength, is our grip, our ability to grab hold of something, which is massively important. But also it really allows us to decompress the shoulders and lengthen across the spine as well, so it decompresses the whole of the spine. So as an exercise to throw into your routine and practice, this is really good. Now you can use a doorway, but if you can get a bar, a pull-up bar, that's even better in either a gym, or either you can get those cheap pull-up bars which flip into the doorways and you can hold your body weight that way. Okay, now to start off with, you want one which you can touch the ground. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're just going to basically get onto the bar here, alright, grab hold, and then you're going to go onto your tiptoes so that you can put most of the body weight down through the shoulders, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to let everything hang down. Okay, so you're just working all the way through. Okay, eventually you can lift yourself up, so you just got your full body weight hanging in that position, but to begin with, just have your your feet down slightly, and this just allows your body to completely relax into that full state. If you just go straight into the hang if you've never done this sort of exercise before, then you go straight into the hang, then you can shock the body and you hold a bit of tension there. But it is a massively powerful exercise, especially if you are struggling with a little bit of lower back pain. This exercise can really help decompress the spine and give you a little bit of relief as well instantly with the lower back pain. But overall, it massively helps with your strength down through your forearms, but also decompresses those shoulders, lengthens the spine, and allows us to get into full extension through that thoracic upper area as well. Great stuff. I hope you've enjoyed those exercises. Get away, practice those, and you'll get a massive benefit. Like I say at the very beginning, it's not just about our leg strength and what we can do with our legs. It ties into our upper body and our core strength, which we'll have a look at too, which is so important for our functional movement patterns. Our running, our movement is the whole body. It's not just isolated onto one part, and they're all interlinked, and that's why we need to have a little bit of a go at everything. Great stuff. Take care, and we'll speak soon.